All right. All right. All right. What's up, my friends? Happy Monday. Welcome to Bets for Breakfast. On today's show, if you're new, don't worry. Just buckle up, get ready. Going to make a ton of bets today. We're going to talk large betting strategies. We're going to try to improve our game on this beautiful Monday. We've got NBA playoffs, Jokic on tap. We've got, I think, 8 or 9 MLB games, a tricky looking slate. I've got 2 run lines and a couple strikeout props to discuss. A lot to do, so let's get to it, and it's time to get paid. All right, my friends, let's go. It's Monday. Make some money. Let me turn this music up. All right. Music's off. It's time. It's time. All right, what are we going to look at today? I've got a brand new tracking tool. Going to show you what it is. At any time today, you're like, hey, let me try out this website. MySparryEdge.com. That is my betting tools website. It is what I use to make all bets. It's a very fun site. It's loaded with a bunch of tools and options and things you can do. We'll cover some of them today. We're going to make a ton of pick'em plays. We're going to do some stuff for no vig. But the first thing I want to do is look at kind of the betting model. It's been a hot topic. I had a tough weekend, and that happens. I mean, we've got something called play of the day, and I'm going to talk about that as well. But let's turn around and talk about what the tracker is, how to use it real quick. This should be up on the site at some point today. I'm going to zoom in. 2 things we can look at: game lines, player props, and we're going to do that right now. So let's pretend I've never used this tool before. Quick refresh. I'm going to look at all the strikeout unders. These are the quick play tabs, okay? So this one, K, all A's, under. So what that is on our projections, it would be all the strikeout props that are A's with a grade to the under. There are no A's today. It's only B+. So we'll talk about that in a second too. And check this out, because I've got a thought. And this has been a hot topic inside Discord. It's like play today, play of the day, play of the day. I honestly think there are multiple layers to this. I think we can have what the best play is of that day, but is it, in the grand scheme of things, elite? I don't think so. And look at it this way. On the season, anytime you have an A+, an A, or an A-, and here's every season result, we have a 40-17 record. Are those better than B+? Well, let's take a look. So we're going to look at all the B+. Yup. 58.3% of the B+ unders have cashed versus whatever that was, 70.2%. So are all POTDs created equal? No. And I think last year was just a little bit different with what the product was. We used to post like one strikeout prop. We would do it at like 8 a.m. in the morning. It would, get you great CLV. They did well, like 70% of them won. It was fantastic. So everybody was dropping 3 units per day on that play. And it was awesome. It was wonderful. It was fantastic. However, I will say that was later in the summer. We didn't start that until June 21st. It's April 27th. I think to an extent here, people need to really start thinking through this, and myself included, that like not all plays are created equal. I think whenever we see an A+, an A, an A- pop up, these seem to be just humming along. Doesn't matter if it's the beginning of the year, the middle of the year so far, or more recently, as this past 7 days, they went 3-0, last 10, 6-1. They don't pop up as much, that's for sure. But that also means that like they're pretty elite. So when these strikeout A+, A, and A- unders pop up, I think that's the time when we just slam them. 2, 3, 4, 5 units. Maybe we don't play any other bets that day. I'd rather go 1-0 on a 5-unit bet than 4-2 with a unit on each pick. I'd rather go 1-0 on a play of the day for 3 units and just be done betting for the day than to drop 7 units on 7 plays that go in 4-3. And why? Because they're suboptimal. And this past week, my posting was wild, right? So we had the first half of the week was great. We cashed like 3 or 4 play of the days in a row, right? 3 units each. Everyone's going crazy. Everyone's happy. Everyone's making money. Even the other picks, the non-play of the days, they won like close to 60% of the picks. It was like 6-4, nothing crazy. It was a little bit extra quiche. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 and Thursday, 3 of the 4 plays of the day chalked, right? So everyone's down in the dumps. They're like, strikeout model sucks. But if you go and look at those picks, B+, B-, B, like, and you go look at each grade here, like they're just not that good. Like, look at the B-. They're 15 and 16. Like, it was the best that day, but it doesn't mean it was as good as the day as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And it hit me. It hit me because Freak made this. And look, B+ is 9 and 8. Like, that's not great. That's not great. And I think this might be a little bit of a wake-up call for people, and I hope it is. I mean, this is one of those things where it's like, man, I wish all my Discord members tuned in, because I think we need to be realistic. We need to be realistic. Like today, yes, Randy Vasquez right now, under 4.5 strikeouts, is the so-called play of the day. However, it's not like a special-looking play. On the season, these have been pretty good. 61. Oh, that's the run line. On the season, they're 35 and 25, 58.3%. You know what? That's a pretty darn good win rate over the course of, a season, if that held. We'd all be happy winning 58% of our player props we select. That's a very good spot, in my opinion, to be in. But is it worth 3 units per play? No, it's not. It's just not. And I think we need to be mindful of this going forward. It's just not all plays are created equal. I don't think we can blindly just roll out, the play of the day as a 3-unit play. Now, somebody said it in chat this morning in the MySperry Edge chat for the MySperry Edge Discord members. I'm going to save this because this is a good topic for me to bring up. So I'm going to save that off to the side for me. They said, hey, if you end up like, throwing a unit down on this, you're not going to get a confirmed lineup for the Cubs and the Padres until 7, 8 p.m. Eastern, at which point, if he is still the play of the day and you're like, I'm feeling fresh, You want to throw a second unit on it, fine. Do whatever you want. It's your money. And I think that's maybe the best way to go about doing it is to plug in any of these unders as you would just like a normal bet. Right? So we know B pluses, they've been pretty good. Nothing insane. They've been good. They've been good. That's about it. You look at the Bs on the season, 32 and 21, 60.4%. So between these two categories, 67 and 46, last 10 days, I mean, nothing crazy. 19 and 15. They're actually 9 wins, 11 losses over the last 7. Yesterday, 1 and 2. So, weather's warming up. Maybe these just aren't as easy to target at this point. So that is the first thing I wanted to discuss. On the flip side of things, and this is an interesting topic too, you go look at the other side. And by the way, Connor Prelep here, elite strikeout rate in the minor leagues, 34% at AAA. He's at like 35, 36% his first game too. That's a very interesting. You can see our model is slamming the over. Potentially has himself, one of those shorter five inning type outings, pitch count mid 80s, but could really run up the strikeouts. Yes. So this tool that we're looking at, and I'll cover the run lines and money lines here in a second as well. NFL, NBA, MLB, and potentially even NHL for next season. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, myspurriers.com is going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to build. That's the entire goal right now, is just to load up on the upside for you and the value. Now, when you see plays like this, I'm actually curious because I was looking at the tracker this morning because I just think there's so many ways to go about doing this. I think there's going to be a possibility here that whenever we see certain grades, the model is just going to be better on certain plays, certain sides. It's just not going to be perfect. Especially a right leaning distribution curve, you're going to get a lot more unders with better successes. So I think there's a chance here where we might see overs start to get even worse throughout the season, where if I see like an A+ over pop up, I might come back to this and be like, I'm going to take the opposite. And it can only almost be like a signal flare. Like, all right, if the model had highlights an A+ over for this market or whatever, and we know that the model is really bad at that market, I mean, instead of trying to fix and tweak that, like, that's also kind of really good, for you to look at too, right? Like, just do the opposite. So if the market has these crazy outliers on one side or the other, I think you can use those. I think it's usable and actionable information. I'll continue to share that inside Discord. I'll make sure people are aware of it. They can get as mad as they want about it when they see it. As you see people in chat, they just cannot handle factual information. They like to yell at me sometimes. It is what it is. I'm just sharing information. That's all I do in Discord. That is the Discord experience. What are you betting on today? I'm betting on this. Here's what the model shows. This is why. Do what you want with the information. That's about as good as it gets. I'm sold. Last season for NFL was far. Yeah, plus 93, plus 94 units. It was a great season. That's my sport. It's my sport. Absolutely. I love it. And we're going to get back to it. A+ hits, runs, RBIs, under. So these have been absolutely fantastic. Even more recently, last 10 days or so, 9 and 3. They don't pop up very much. We covered this earlier this year. We cashed an Ohtani bet, A+ under. It was super sketchy. Did it on a live show. So that's something to think about and consider as well. The A and A- unders, similarly have done well, 58%. Again, right around like 58% or so is when I start to get confident about picks. The greater the sample size, the better as well. That's always important to me. These are quick play buttons up here. There are some interesting markets here that I think we should discuss. So this is the walks, A's, overs. So walks, anytime you see an A grade, that is an over for a walk. Very interesting market. And it's a pretty decent sample size when you see these too. 61, almost 61% of one with 250-ish bets total. All right. Last 10 days has been good. Last 7 days has been good. Yesterday, 5 1 walks overs on the projection model. So if I went over to the projections, I went to overs, I went to walks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So Max Fried over 1.5 walks. Matthew Boyd over 1.5 walks. Ranger Suarez over 1.5 walks. Chris Paddock over 1.5 walks. This has been a really interesting market. Are you ready to dive in? And like, this is why we want this tool on the site. Hopefully we can get it live over the next 48 hours, because I think you're going to be able to find some interesting plays. Now, the outs, all A's, overs. Check this out. Over versus under. You have small sample sizes. Look how bad the market is. It's just a crappy market. So maybe we'll replace like the quick plays. We'll put like maybe total bases. Total bases unders. I mean, look at these. Total bases unders. I mean, that's great. That's great. 73% of our total base projection unders have cashed if they're an A. Holy smokes. I'm gonna tag Freak in a DM real quick. Okay, look into that. Okay. Okay, so that's a really interesting market. I'm curious about this one for you all. If you're interested in this one, I think there's just so many ways to make money here, and I think that we just got to maybe start, researching a little bit more through the model. I just think we're going to learn together. Honestly, we're going to learn together. Do we have any A plus unders? No, we have 1, 2, 3 A unders today. Otani under 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Benintendi under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Marcell Ozuna under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And I know everyone's tuning in. They're waiting for me to go to the positive EV tool. They want the sharp money radar. But, I'm here I want to help people real quick. There's a lot to cover. So just give me a moment. I'll get to it. I promise you. Just kind of wanted to look at some of this stuff. And what were the results for that? Hits, runs, RBIs, A's, A+. All right. So last 10 days, about 58%. 33 and 30. Okay. So the unders actually, how's the overs been doing? Oh, there's so many. How about A+ overs? Okay. 58%. You want a little volume? That's 57%. That's maybe not a bad spot. A+ hits, runs, RBIs, overs. Anyways, is this all making sense to you, Chad? I know you're kind of quiet today. And every time I go into these little, I don't know, soliloquies, what would you call it? The teaching moments, like people usually get kind of quiet. They just kind of soak it in. And I'm just curious, is this hitting home at all? Like, is this actionable information to you, or is it kind of a wait and see opportunity? So like for me right now, I kind of want to just run out these 4 these 4 walkovers that are all A grades because of just how good this market has been. And again, we got a season of it. We've got a season of results. And I'm going to make a quick pick bot link real quick. Overs 1.5 walks. All right, I'll do that in Discord. I just want to take a look. And let's see how it goes. I think this is really interesting. What's up, man? What's up, Crispy? Good morning, Donuts. I'm loving your lives. Really learning how to utilize the website. It's been absolutely fantastic. I appreciate you, man. Chasing dogs. It's a great tool, but I feel it's best to wait until lineups are locked to get the best value on each pick. I love that topic because there's 2 things. Number one, I think you get the best CLV. Yeah, you get the best closing line value if you bet it early. That being said, I think you probably get the most accurate projection waiting until it says lineups locked, right? Because if you wait until lineups locked, you've got the weather, you've got Vegas odds, you've got the ump information, you've got the opposing team lineup being locked. That way, if Aaron Judge is sitting for the day, the Yankees implied total goes down. They're a less threatening lineup. Opposing pitcher maybe his outs projection goes up. Maybe his strikeout projection goes up or down. I don't know. Like this stuff hits allowed, right? Maybe 5.5 to the over turns into 5.5 to the under. If Ohtani is out for the Dodgers, like there are some majorly impactful players and lineups that drastically will change an opposing pitcher's projections for the day. So, yeah, I think you could wait. You'll get more accurate projections, but I think you get the worst odds. Like if you take a guy in the morning at a minus 135 to hit under 6.5 strikeouts, and that's a really good edge because the model nailed it. 10,000 simulations later, it looks beautiful. You wait 10 hours to lock that play in. Maybe some other sharp models are on it. Maybe some optimizers are on it. Maybe a couple of sharps have tagged it on Twitter, and now you're getting steam. And the line goes from minus 135 to a minus 180, and then ultimately bumps down from a 6.5 to the under to 5.5 to the under, right? And then you're at plus 115. You're like tagging me later in chat. Is it still okay to take under 5.5? Well, it's like, hey, y'all, the value is actually at 8:30 in the morning to 11:30 in the morning when it was minus 135 to minus 140 under 6.5. And it changed. So I think the closing line value is best in the morning, but I think the accuracy is going to be best later. Does that make sense? So, anyways, I think we need to come back to this. I think this is a really interesting opportunity to make money. Now, run lines. Let's talk about this. Money lines versus run lines. So, how do you use this tool? All right. So, let me show you now. So I've gone to the game lines. I've selected the market run line, minimum probability, 70% max rank, top 3. So any team with a 70% probability of success, essentially confidence level, and then being a top 3 rank, those are on the season 33 and 21, 61.1% of those picks have won. Lately, small sample sizes, hard to hang your hat on these. How about the play of the day? 13 and 10 on the season like that. Interesting. Huh. Anyways, let's keep going. How can I take advantage of that? Well, check this out. So today, the Dodgers, 73% elite. Cubs, 70%. Again, 70% hit mark, right? That's what we're looking for. 65, 67, 71. Here's a 71%er Boston. All right. Now, we're making a summary tab where this will all be listed for you. But again, you could also see it here just by looking at these quick numbers. 71%, 73, 70. That's the number 1 ranked. Number 3, number 2. So today, going off of our season success rates, that would be the Dodgers minus 1.5, Red Sox plus 1.5, Cubs plus 1.5. And the Cubs are quite juicy. I looked at them this morning. So, I don't know, maybe today to start our day, we bet on the Dodgers minus 1.5 and the Red Sox plus 1.5. And that's it. Those are the 2 bets. Instead of forcing in well, here's the money line top 5, they're doing well. They're doing well. How about probabilities? Does that make it better? Top 3s, money line top 3. I think looking at this might be extremely helpful for us. 70% win. So not again to start the show. I talked about this. Not all strikeout unders are created equal. The play of the days. Same thing for money lines. I think we need to start being more selective. What if I only ever posted money lines with a confidence level of 70% or higher that are top 3 ranking on the season? 28 and 17. What if I only posted the A's to the unders for strikeouts? Well, those are 40 and 17. So if all I did this year was money lines at these filters, strikeouts at those filters, you're looking at a 68 and 34 record. Does 68 and 34? That is actually 67% win rate. And then what if we went to the run lines? And all I ever did for run lines this year, let's go to top 3. What if I only did, on top of that, the 70% elite top 3 picks for run lines? All right, 68 plus 33, we're at 101 wins and 55 losses. 101 and 55. Now, I think the problem is a lot of people expect crave and want more, and more. Some days you're not even going to have a pick. You just won't. Other days you'll have 8 of them. I'm not even saying top threes because small sample size, you might not have them. Small slate, 4 games, 8 games, 15 games. Maybe you have 10 picks. I don't know. But do you see my point? And I want to do what's best for Discord. At the same token, if I don't post very specific things like this, they get really mad. They're like, last year we did the play of the day. And it's like, guys, here's the play of the day, but it's only a B+. They're not hearing me. And then when I tell them, they get upset and they're like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys see it in chat, right? It's any members. It's like I try to educate and inform, and and then when I give it away and I'm just like, here it is, here's the play of the day. It's a B+. Here's a photo of the project. Like it ain't special. And then they get so ticked off that it lost. Oh, I'm out 3 units. Was it a worthwhile 3-unit bet? Probably not. You know what I mean? What's up, Specs? Good to see you, Reshi. Those Discord. Quality over quantity. So again, I hope this makes sense. Yo, I appreciate you too, man. Thank you. Over there on Twitch. Wow, got a Twitch viewer. We be seeing it. Love y'all. Mitch, you're the GOAT. Discord fed families last night. I appreciate you guys. What's up, him? Oh, it's him. Got a killer channel, man. I bet on your soccer play. Villarreal yesterday. I'll be betting your soccer play today too. Most people are parlaying the play of the day. That's why they're losing. And, it's like, here's the deal. It's like, if I abide by my personal view of what we should be doing versus what Discord wants, we'd be 101-55. And I feel like this is one, and I've almost talked myself into it. This is one of those things where it's like, I feel like I should probably just do what I know is best and let those people be upset. And if some of them cancel, by all means, I cannot control it. And ultimately, when we go 101-55 over 30 days, and you're sitting there with an extra 30, 25 units in your bankroll because of my channel, you're not going to care. And those other people, maybe they'll realize someday when they go join another Discord that's firing off a bunch of random crap for no apparent reason, and they end up losing a little bit of money. They come back, and maybe they'll buy in again. And maybe it's kind of hitting me that I feel like I just need to do what I know is right. No more, no less. This is the right approach. And if that means there's no strikeout prop some days, there's no strikeout prop. And I don't know what to do. It's a delicate balance for me because I own the business. And I can't have a flood of people dipping out because I'm not doing what they want. But at the same token, they're asking for suboptimal things. What's up, Nicholas? 61-20 using the money line. I know nothing about baseball. I appreciate that, man. That's the problem. It's like, yeah, I should let them be mad, Rasta. But at the same token, what's up, Brick? Big Brick. I see you in chat too, bro. I know most of you trust me. And but at the same token, I got to be able to pay my Discord mods. I got to be able to pay for the overhead it costs to run the site. I'm just talking business aloud right now. It's a delicate balance of doing what I know is optimal versus providing what people basically demand. Anyways, all right, y'all. I'll think through that. Let's make some bets. Let's make some, and that's okay. You brought up that's what I love about you, bro. So I've done my best to add, we've got a PGA person in there. We've got MMA. You're doing soccer. Fire does soccer sometimes. There's other sharp people that post stuff. That's the goal, right? It's F and NHL slaying. Yesterday was, 5-5 or whatever it was. It was whatever, the day before it went 7-1. Shots on goal props went 4-1. You play them all every day and you're going to end up green. You pick and choose here and there and, luck of the draw if you have picked a good day or not. But I digress. I feel like the experience on the site is optimal. You get to just take the best of the best. You're going to probably make money long term. Inside Discord, I think it gets a little volatile. I think that people demand and expect and want A, B, and C, and they're not necessarily thinking through it. It's just two different types of members. So site members in my Spur Edge chat, I do appreciate you, level-headed, thinking through things. The Discord Donuts Picks chat, I hope today and what I've said resonates with you, that I think there's a better way for me to even be doing this, and maybe that's my own fault, rather than just posting everything you're asking for. I just post what I know you need the most. And then follow people like Fire. If you're looking for volume, you just follow Fire, man. He's posting 5, 10, 15, 20 plays randomly, parlays, pick'em slips. Like, he's my right-hand man for 3 years now for a reason. People love the guy. He makes them a lot of money. People use his props the way they can. I saw like a 4-leg parlay yesterday. He said half unit each play. You know, the 4-legger did not cash, but 3 of the 4 legs did for straight picks. He made a little money. So on and so forth. And then you got people like, oh, it's him, a great new ad. 6-1 the other day, 2-1, 2-2, 1-0. Like, long-term shakes out. Looks like he's going to be a winner for us. And that's the goal. Like, if you enter Discord as a member and you get access to all those picks channels, do you need 15 plays do you need an entire list of money lines? Like, or do you want the best, which sometimes might be 1 play, it might be 3, it might be 8, some days might be 0. But long term, over the course of the month, 101 to 55, you're ending up winning 65% of your picks, and you're up 30 units with me. So I just need to give you what you need, not what you want. It's like a dad. It's like, you don't know what you mean. You don't know what you need. You just don't know. And the goal, I think, honestly, is like, you sign up, you join up, you're in Discord. If you're taking the best bets from everybody, like, 10 channels, let's say everybody did 1 best bet per day, like, that's still 10 bets. I know we'll never work like that, but it's still 10 bets. All right, let's make some plays. It's been a minute. Plus EV optimizer. Man, I really yapped this morning. I think it was good for us, though. Let's lock this in. This is a good BetMGM play. -131. Fair odds. That's DVIG'd. BetMGM so soft. Over 18.5 PRA. Jacob Mercy for a single today. +140. BetMGM. Again, another ridiculous line. Yamamoto on the mound for the Dodgers today. Mercy's been hitting the ball better as of late. Not a big singles guy, as we were seeing last couple of years, but hey, we're getting a +140 when the rest of the books, +110, +105, -105, +101. These are outlier lines. You don't need to win a bunch of them. You just don't. Dylan Cease just popped up. BetMGM -111 fair odds. That's crazy. FanDuel -130. We do not have Pinnacle yet. This is nuts. Like, BetMGM just asleep at the wheel, man. Dylan Cease under 7.5 strikeouts. Toronto against Boston today. I just don't like this market. I'm going to fade that one. Tobias Harris rebounds in another plus odds play for BetMGM. And look, I mean, BetMGM just giving you so much value all day long. They're so soft. Another play. Austin Reeves. Looks like he's going to be playing here. Okay. -143 DraftKings. How about FanDuel? Where's FanDuel? -132. Just disappeared. Or did it bump down? Oh, there it is. That's the odds went from a +110 to look, you watched it change live. It was a +110, just went to a -105. So maybe a little bit less value. LeBron James under 7.5 rebounds. Sheesh, -147. DVIG line, -127. LeBron, plug that bad boy in. Anyways, we could do this all day. If I remove these and I leave just pick them, how about that? LeBron James, prize picks. Here you go, over 7.5 assists. Anthony K, over 4.5 hits allowed on underdog. Okay, we do not have FanDuel or Pinnacle, so I usually do not play these, as you can see in the helpful hints. And by the way, I'm going to let you know now, on the helpful hints button, I am adding videos over the course of the next week. You'll have a video link, which is basically going to be a mini tutorial, like 60-second tutorial on every tool. So I'll have those inside the helpful hints button. I'll let you know inside Discord when those are live, okay? But I digress. There is no FanDuel or Pinnacle line, which I usually require to take plays, despite the fact that we've devigged the lines. Sharp Money Radar. Let's see what we got going on. Parker Messick, under 5.5 hits allowed. You beat the Novig lines. There's $1,000 on it. He's been really freaking good this year. You can see his hits allowed have been darn good. His strikeouts have been pretty darn good too. You want to run it for Prize Picks by all means. Under 5.5 hits allowed. Jack Leiter, here's an even better one. So you got $1,000 under 16.5 outs for Jack Leiter for the Rangers at home against the Yankees. $1,000 under. -120 odds. Prize Picks, -118 applied for a 3-pick entry. Plug that bad boy in. Randy Vasquez is a good play on Underdog. Beautiful. Gotta love it over there. Code Donuts, DONUTS. Randy Vasquez, over 1.5 walks on Underdog. $1,000 came in on Profit X, -116. You get that on Underdog, -115. On the season, he's been over in 2 of the 5 games. Go back to last season, very hit or miss. Same before that. But I guess his pitch count's always been a little funky. How about this? 80-plus pitch count. All right. Last season, even higher. This season, same thing. Matchup is against, the Cubbies. Very good offense. There you go. Plug that bad boy in. Save bet. DFS Optimizer. We're going to million picks here, NHL. Again, I leave this off because I just don't know what I'm doing with NHL. You guys do what you want with it. What's up, bro? Go Bears. If people get mad when lose a bet, all bets won't win, but the goal is long-term. It is, bro. It's really tough for people to accept that, though. Staff is go-to if you're looking for more volume than what Donuts offers. In other words, let Donuts cook. I appreciate you, bro. That's the thing. It's like if I only post my bets daily, like that's it. It's one bet. It's maybe 3. It's 4. That's it. What's up, Nicholas? Oh, bro. Oh, listen. Go back to the beginning of today's show. I highlighted a new tool that's going to be on the site today or to tomorrow, somewhere in there. And I covered a lot of this stuff, and I was trying to highlight it that just not all picks are created equal, dude. They're just not. Some of these are better than others. I think we gotta all get over that a little bit. I think we all need to stop worrying so much about volume and start worrying about quality, like quality over quantity. And even out of this list, maybe some of these plays are not good odds, so don't touch them. Just don't touch them. But anyways, that'll be on the site here soon. Hang tight. It's going to be called the tracker. It should be under the where should it be? It should be under the projections tab. DFS Optimizer. All right, so one thing I'm going to be mindful of here is that Bones Island. So, Anthony Edwards is out. He's going to be gone for probably the rest of the playoffs, at least the rest of this round if they even make it past. Maybe a little touch and go here, but, the odds on the under here, -132 FanDuel, -145 Pinnacle, Prize Picks just leaving it hanging. Mathematically against the sharp odds, it's a good play. But I don't know. I'm always a little sketchy about some of those situations, like an injury situation. I think things get a little touch and go. I think they get touch and go. It's like, I understand the math and I understand why people like it, but I don't know. Is it worth taking? Are there better plays? Probably. That's just a situation where it's a little tough to dissect. What's up, Kino? First off, can I answer this twofold, buddy? Number one, if you have Underdog, 2-pick entries are worth 3.5x payout. Comparatively, on Prize Picks, 2-pick entries are just 3x. On Underdog, you get a 6.5x for a 3-pick payout. The 3-pick on Prize Picks is only 6x. If you have access to Keno, those 2-pick entries on Underdog for 3.5x, industry standard. Everybody else is a tier or 2 or 3 below what Underdog is providing you right now. So if you're playing Prize Picks, 3 picks, 6x payout is the optimal approach, in my opinion. I don't play over there, despite having access in New York. I do not care. When I spent 4 days in Florida, I used my website here, and I showcased this for 4 days. I had 4 days in Florida, the beginning of April. I made 64 or 65 slips on underdog, and I walked away with 17% ROI. I was like 12 units, 11 units, something like that, profit. All I did for those 64 slips, 2 pick entries. 2 picks only the entire 4 nights. And I just made picks on this tool like this, Keno. All I did, bro, remove DraftKings, remove pass, and I just went like this, bro. That's it. I just went down the list. I'm like, all right, 5.6% edge. Do I have FanDuel? Yes. Okay. Minus 132 is worse than the sharp odds, even great. Derek White under 21.5 PRA. Locked. Underdog, play 1. We already have a Tobias Harris play, so maybe we go here. VJ Edgecombe under 12.5 points. FanDuel minus 132. Pinnacle here? Nope. But we'll take it. There. Bang. 2 pick entry. VJ Edgecombe under or lower than 12.5 points, paired with Derek White under 21.5 PRA. And over the course of 64 slips or 65 slips, whatever it was, I can't remember. 64 slips, I think. Like 22 of them cashed. And I walked away with 17% ROI and plus 12 units. I didn't look at a single other thing. Just did it pop up on the tool? I'll zoom in even more. Did it pop up on the tools for underdog? Okay, cool. Let me run it. And like, that's it. That's literally all I did. I didn't look at a single thing. Now, I'll say this. This is the playoffs. I don't know how it's been doing for the playoffs as well. I just haven't been betting as much over the last week. And I missed, I think, 4 streams. Life consumed me last weekend. So do what you need to. You know, again, the link is right here. Use what you want. MySpurryEdge.com. I cover a lot of it. I spent the first 30 minutes of the show talking about projections. You got the sharp money radar, follow the money, the sharp action, the whale money. You know, you could research player cards, trends, tools. Do what you want here. Do what you want. I don't care. It's your money. It's your money. Tobias Harris, over 24.5 PRA. It's been fantastic. Been absolutely fantastic. What was the other one we took him for this morning? I'm so zoomed in. Sorry, I can't see. I think we took him for over 8.5 rebounds and assists, right? So, like, I already used them, but, like, maybe this. Tobias Harris, over 24.5 PRA. Bang, there's one. Jamal Shed. Man, his line's at 4.5. Is somebody injured? Doesn't even get the minutes. Wow, he's been getting that many minutes? That's a high line for him. I don't know about that. Is somebody hurt? Barrett? Oh, is Quickly hurt? Quickly looks hurt. I don't see his player card. Is Quickly hurt? When did Quickly get hurt? Emmanuel Quickly. He's been out the whole series. I don't know about that line. Just I know ball enough to not be a huge fan of this one, but math says it's good. Do what you want. Tim Hardaway Jr., Penny, minus 128. Where's FanDuel? No FanDuel line. Oh, yeah, minus 128. Okay, there you go. Tim Hardaway Jr. under 11.5 points. I don't remember the first play, Tobias Harris, right? Tobias Harris under over 24.5 PRA. So there you go. There's another two-pick entry. And, like, that's all I do. I don't do anything else. That's all I did. Don't overthink it. 2-pick. Dude, 2 picks. Underdog, 2 picks. Power, 2-pick. That's it. 2 picks, baby. Keep it simple. 3.5x. If it's not a 3.5x payout, don't play it. Just use a different pick. And like long term, again, Keno, like if you do this today and you walk away minus a unit or something, right? Break even, minus 2 units, something like that. You do it for a month, and like the math's just going to shake out, dude. I mean, of course, I can't promise anything. You could get super unlucky. You know, who am I to tell you that anything's a lock? But you're in the mathematical position to profit. How about that? You're on the right side of math. RJ Barrett. Does he even shoot many threes? Well, I guess he has been. Could do this all day, though. I mean, there's a million plays. This is just underdog. How about MLB? 4% labels. Move the edge. Small edges today for MLB. Let's check them out. Dustin May. Yeah, nothing special. Max Fried over 5.5. Check. DFSnDonuts for the Angels over 3.5. So all overs on underdog, which I'm never a fan of. Here's their player cards. Should you want to see them? All right. So I'm glad I leave this 4% edge pop up here because I really only want the best of the best. How about NHL? Is there NHL? Some nice ones. Let's add this over points. I mean, pause the screen later if you want. Here's 3 plays. I can't even pronounce most of their names. We'll track those later. On the My Bets tab, my developer said he is adding the NHL. Look, you can see because I didn't stream, there's nothing tracked for several days there. Oh, look at the Resolve All just made this day a winner. We must have had a late bet for like the weekend. Maybe it was the Duncan Robinson. Or Jokic. An NBA. There must have been NBA plays we had saved waiting for later. And they both won over the weekend. Cool. But yeah, 16 plays. We just kind of went through them. Here they are. I'll resolve them tomorrow. I'm leaving them up on screen right now. You can pause it later if you'd like. Could be great. Could be terrible. I have no freaking clue. I have no clue. But long term, as you saw the calendar. I mean, the shows kill. We make money on the shows. You know, these are good. These are good shows. April's picks on this show are, let's see, April. Does it work like that? No, it doesn't. Overall, 479.32. Oh, I would love to be able to track by month. Just added something I want to accomplish. That would be nice. March was a movie. April has been freaking awesome still. I mean, that's good. That's really good. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, no doubt, Mark. Things seem to be coming along. No doubt, brother. It's been phenomenal. I think, honestly, this is going to be a game changer for people. Just being able to look at this stuff on their own will really, really change things. Hey, what's up, bro? I appreciate the question. I personally believe that the props, the projections are better suited for sports books. I don't know if I would use those for, and I'll tell you why. I don't know if I would use those for pick-em apps because pick-em apps, personally, everything comes down to math. I don't care if my projections love the over 6.5 strikeouts at plus 115 because on a sports book, that's a great play then. Plus odds, right? Especially if the rest of the books are like plus 105, minus 105. But on a pick-em app, if you're playing a plus 110, a plus 105, plus 115, like you're not doing the right play, regardless of what the projections say. You got to play plays that are going to be minus 130, minus 135, minus 140 on a pick-em app. If the pick-em app is slow to adjust and you can get that line on a pick-em app, you're in a better spot long term. So great for books, bad for pick-em apps, in my opinion. That being said, if you're looking at this as just like win rates and you're like, well, Mitch, 58% of those plays are winning. Well, you're right. I guess the break even for underdog is like 52.5%, just about. And you're 4.5%, 5.5% above that, whatever it is. 5.5%. Yeah, 5.5% win rate or higher. Okay, yeah, I guess you do have an edge. And maybe because it's a plus 115, underdog will give you like a 1.1x payout. So your payouts are higher. I don't know. Unfortunately, I can't play on underdog where I am, so I can't even live test it for you. 49-minute show. Pretty good. 295 people tuned in still. Love that. Appreciate you. I'm back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Let's do it again. More picks. And, listen, I like to talk a lot of strategy. I like to help people who use the site, myspurryedge.com. You can grab that link. And if you liked it and you enjoyed what you saw today and you feel like I can support you and help you be a winner, use that link there. Hop in now because it's currently on a 33% off grandfathered renewal price tag. That will be removed when we're done. As you see, we're constantly building, adjusting, tweaking, and refining all the tools on the site. When we're done with that and NFL rolls around, it might be $150 by then. So you'll be happy that you're locked in at $60 or $40, whatever you enter in at. Because I'm telling you right now, the price tag will continue to go up because I have massive plans for what I want this to be. Massive plans. So hang tight, my friends. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Appreciate you all. Thank you for coming. Have yourselves a good day, and let's get paid.